Welcome to Java Space. So, in my series on Spring Boot, I showed how Spring Boot will wire beans for you based on what you have in the class path and some other, variables such as configuration property files, profiles, and beans and other things. So if you have Spring Data, JPA, or you have Starter, JDBC, all those kind of dependencies, automatically Spring will create beans for you. But if you're not in a Spring Boot context or environment, it would mean that you have to do that yourself. So Spring Boot, as I mentioned, gives you default configuration. If you have Spring Boot Starter Data JPA as a dependency, Spring will try to configure a couple of beans for you, like data source, entity manager, factory bean. Look at that, JPA transaction manager to manage transactions for you. But if you are not in a Spring Boot environment, you will have to configure a platform transaction manager for yourself to tell Spring which one you are going to use, to tell Spring which implementation you want to use. On top of that, you will have to enable transaction management by adding enable transaction manager annotation in one of your configuration classes. Then your transaction management would be fully set up if you are not in a Spring Boot project. But if you are in a Spring Boot project, that is done for you. You don't need to worry about it.